Hi, today is June 22nd, and I'm reading a chapter of Proverbs for each calendar day of the month. So today will be Proverbs 22. I will go ahead and get ready for that. God wonders beyond our galaxy. You are holy, holy. The universe declares your majesty. You are there. The reason why I put a scarf on is when I read the Bible on Blog TV is just to indicate that the attention is being taken off me on my show and being placed on what I'm reading. And to assist everybody who wants to read along, I use a resource called Bible Gateway. It's a link at the bottom of my page called Bible Gateway, and you can click on it. It will bring you to an online resource that has available several different versions of the Bible electronically. So you can type in, as you see, I've typed in Proverbs 22, and then you can select a version, and I'm actually going to see if I can do multiple versions here. I'm not sure if I can do it from this page. Normally, well, it looks okay. So if sometimes I like to go to the passage, look up, type in. We were looking at the 10 Commandments just last night, but I'm going to type in Proverbs 22, and then underneath that it says select no, not multiple passages. That's not what I want. Beneath that actually is another option to select the version of Bible I want to read from. So I usually select like the King James Version because it has the older English, the old King's English in it that a lot of people are familiar with. And then I also select some other versions just to get an idea of how they were translated, because we understand that when you translate documents into different languages, sometimes the wording can come out differently. So it's nice that we have a resource to be able to compare things. And then I think we just go ahead and go to it, and the way that it appears on my screen is that each version, for instance, there's King James Version and Contemporary English Version, and both of them are side by side, and so too are the other ones. The other ones are all side to side. So as I read along, I can see them all. But what I'm going to focus on right now is probably the Contemporary English and the King James, and probably just hone in on the King James so it makes it for easier reading. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. And I'll go ahead and read. Today's theme, major theme throughout this chapter of Proverbs, is the value of a good reputation. And I just want to reiterate that each individual verse, where it's numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, doesn't necessarily mean that those were complete sentences originally. It just helps in a guideline for us to, as a reference to that area. And it's not meant to be read as a book, as the way that we typically read other books, chapter to chapter. You can take one verse at a time and actually put a lot of study into each verse. Okay, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. A prudent man foreseeth the evil, and hideth himself, but the simple pass on, and are punished. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches, and honor, and life. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. The rich ruleth over the poor, but the borrower is a servant to the lender. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail. He that hath a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yea, strife and reproach shall cease. He that loveth pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips the king shall be his friend. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, and he overthroweth the words of the transgressor. The slothful man saith, There is a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. The mouth of strange women is a deep pit. He that is abhorred of the Lord shall fall therein. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Bow down thine ear, and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee. They shalt withal be fitted in thy lips. That thy trust may be in the Lord, I have made known to thee this day, even to thee. Have not I written to thee excellent things and counsels and knowledge, that I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mightest answer the words of truth to them that send unto thee? Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause, and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways, and get a snare to thy soul. Be not thou one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debts. If thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. Herein ends the reading of Proverbs 22 in the King James Version.